Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Workouts for Older Men. I am Skip LaCour. So glad you are joining me here today. Wendy, come on, say hello. Tell me where you're watching me from. Doing this, Ranger 7. Welcome on TikTok. I'm doing this live on TikTok at Skip LaCour. I'm doing it live on YouTube as Skip LaCour. Doing it live on my Facebook page at Skip LaCour page. And doing it for the first time on Instagram. So welcome, White Bear. Let's see, Lou, Daff. So welcome, gentlemen. Welcome to Workouts for Older Men. Gary, Low Key, St. Claus, Twin, Matt over on TikTok. So welcome, gentlemen. Welcome to Workouts for Older Men. Just had a guy tell me 6'3", 250 is a little small. Was that in real life, Low Key? Someone told you in the real life, or you were on the internet? Yannick, I think I had a guy tell me that yesterday when I went live. He said, hey, I want to support. Oh, online? Yeah, I had a guy, I think just yesterday when I went live, he told me how I support the little guys, and I knew what he was saying, and I said, well, that's very nice of you to support the little guys, a big guy like you. And then he wanted to make sure, no, I'm talking about you. Like I knew that, right? And I just thanked him for his support, right? So everybody's brave online, right? Good morning, Benku. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome to Workouts for Older Men. Welcome, TikTok. Welcome, Facebook. Welcome, YouTube. And for the first time, in a very long time, I'm on Instagram. So welcome. Instagram, I think on my Instagram page, most of my followers, you know how we all, well, maybe you don't know this, but we all have our favorite platforms to go on. And I think mine is Facebook. So you really check out Facebook. If you're a Facebook guy, I post, short one-liners to keep you focused on some point. I know you're just scrolling through. I call them truth bombs, right? I'll post those. I'll post 5-minute Workouts for Older Men podcast videos. So podcasts, one-liner, short videos, long videos, articles, essays, as I call them now. One gentleman said, I read your essays every single day. So there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of formats that I can communicate on Facebook. So that's what I've tended to spend my time on Facebook. Got about 540,000 followers there, and they all interact. So a lot of older guys all post to work career team. They'll tell me what they do, or they ask questions on there. So if you're into this and you want to learn, this is a learning channel, right? There's a lot of ways to entertain you, to get your viewership. Whether I talk about outrageous things, or I talk about, I don't know, who's natural or not, or I stitch other people's videos and I tell you what their pinky is in the wrong place when they were doing a bicep curl. There's a lot of things that we creators do for attention. I'm pretty much low key. This is an information channel. So if you're a little bit older, you have a busy, productive life, maybe you're in your late 40s, 50s, you're older, and you just want to build muscle and lose body fat, and you come into this outrageous world of fitness and information, you're bombarded. Maybe you just want to join a gym. Hey, I want to start working out, and it seems simple enough, and you go into a gym, all that equipment, and then you realize, wow, this may be a little bit more complicated than I thought. I want to help you sort through that. I can help anybody, man, woman, child, young or old. All right, I can help 50-year-old men who have been training for 50 years. Usually they're not quite as receptive as they think to the information that they need. They're struggling, maybe too much body fat. I can tell you what the challenges are. Getting through, not always, because what they've done somewhat has worked. They can't get to the next level. But so if you're, maybe you've been training for 25 weeks or 25 months, right? And you're a little bit older, I want to help you sort out. I know you've built a family and a business, married for 30 years. And that's a lot of the men who I help build businesses. Now the kids are gone, they're almost gone. And so they have more time and brain space, as I like to say, to focus on the fitness. And I give them simple and effective strategies. So whether you're on Instagram, welcome. Whether you are on Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok, dig through my videos. All right, got a lot of things to help you. Go over to my skiplacour.com website too. And you'll see, like I said, all the different forms to help you. I do these lives now. You're going to see a big push on these lives. All right. You know what? I've created so many videos, short form, long form. I've broken down the subject every which way. And so now I just want to do these lives to maybe answer your questions, but really alert you to the short videos, long videos, somewhere in between to help you build muscle, lose body fat, give more certainty and confidence with your workout routine and with your eating habits. So if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. On Instagram, like I said, this is the first time I've gone live in a while. Normally on Instagram, it seems like I have a lot of people from the fitness industry, so they're already personal trainers or this or that. Like I said, so say hello. Let's see, Frankie D. I know my limits. It's a lifestyle. That is true. Frankie D on Facebook. Say hello on YouTube. Like I said, I'm a little bit later than I wanted to be this morning. It's 4:29. Actually, I have a coaching call in a half an hour. But start every single day. You'll start seeing me at 3 o'clock Pacific time. Like I said, it's 4:29 where I am. I know a little bit later on the East Coast. So welcome. Sunday morning here. I like to do these nice and early. Get up before the family gets going. Post on social media, and then get along with my business day. Let's see. K Black says, nothing I hate more than a 20-year-old fitness influencer acting like it's hard to stay in shape. What do you mean by that? Like he's young and so much testosterone and energy and nothing to, none of the commitments and the pressure they get later in life. And he's got just a clean slate and open schedule, and he's acting like that's hard. Is that what you mean, K-Back? Yeah. Let's see them at 40. Well, what I've learned is that everybody's journey is hard, right? No matter how later on we can use context, man. I mean, think about this, K-Black. I mean, you look at your life now, the challenges, right? Never ends, right? No matter how old you get, no matter how hard work, no matter how many things you accomplish, man, there's always another journey in front of you, right? And they'll realize how easy they have when they're older and life gets more complicated. But we could say that too. We'll probably say that here 10 years from now, right, about ourselves. But yeah. Roger Hines, Skip, love your videos. I'm 59 and ripped. Get it, bro. It ain't easy. Well, thank you so much, Roger. Thanks so much for being here. Roger, I'm assuming that you've been here on my TikTok page for a while. Hey guys, if you're new here, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. If you're new here, make sure you follow, you subscribe. All right. Let me know if you're on Instagram. Are you? Tell me how old, guys. Tell me how old you are. Whatever platform you're. Tell me how old you are and what part of the world you're from. And again, if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Uh, JLS training is 45 from the UK. Great to have you here, sir. Roger, thank you for the follow. Hey guys on TikTok, hey, wow, thank you so much. Keep on tapping that screen. Keep on tapping that screen. Get more men just like you. You're welcome. JLS. All right, so JLS training. If I were to click your link, are you a fitness brother too? What is JLS training? Let me take a look at that. Oh yeah, I can see you got quite the physique. Personal trainer. Great to have you here, sir. So do you guys have any questions? I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Let's see. I am started training people since 1996. Wow. You've been doing this a long time. How is it? So you said you're in the UK. Good for you. Do you work on online presence or do you work in the gyms? Hello, user SH6. Welcome on YouTube. Let's see, got about 30,000 followers on YouTube. Are you brand new? If you're new on any of these platforms, let me know that. I want to know. See, TikTok. Just to guys let you know, this is new. I mean, just a couple days on Facebook, just a couple days on YouTube on my new format here, and today's the first day on Instagram. But I've been doing it 7 days a week. Well, not so much 7 days a week anymore. Eric, you're brand new. Good. What I want to find out about these formats is if you're just scrolling through TikTok. I know TikTok, they'll show if you're a little bit older, if you're interested in fitness, when I go live, it'll at least roll past your screen, and then I've got at least a few seconds to capture your attention. All right. And it isn't so much that way on Facebook. I think that I'd like to have a lot of the 500,000 guys. You guys are interacting with all my posts and my videos and commenting and telling me about your journey. But when I go live, they don't let you guys know that I'm going live. TikTok, they do. Wonder how it is over on Instagram. But this whole month, you'll see me going live very early. Well, it's early in the morning for me. Thank you for the follow, JLS training. Grab you, brother. Thank you so much. You're 15 years old. 8095. Oh, wait. Oh, 64 here. And you've been lifting since you were 15. Wow. So are you brand new to my page? 8095 on YouTube. Are you brand new? Thank you so much. You have a great day too. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the follow. Hey guys, tap that screen over on TikTok. Tap that screen. Gets more men onto our page. Welcome on Instagram. Welcome here on TikTok. Welcome here on Facebook. Welcome here on YouTube. Let's see here. So you're not brand new. Good. Yeah, Bernard, thank you for the follow. Guys, do you have any questions? All right. One thing you'll start seeing me. TikTok banned you. You don't know why. Okay. Well, I hope I don't find out why they banned you. Good morning, user 3385 from Florida. Where am I? I'm in California. I'm in Northern California. So if this works to plan, right, we're going to have a big year in 2026. I'm kind of gearing up. I've been actually gearing up for a while with my coaching clients. I've been gearing up. At Terry Hutcher, thoughts so nice. Thoughts so nice. What was that? Oh wait, let's see. Oh, on my location. Okay. Why is that? Do I look like a California person? Or I'm talking about my time zone here. But what you can expect, I'm going to commit right here, that I'll be doing this show at 3 a.m. every morning. 3 a.m. Pacific time, 6 a.m. Eastern time. Tell me what part of the world you are, and tell me what time it is right now. So I know Florida, it's 6 o'clock. Time zone in pros being in California. Okay. Well, I didn't move to California. Certainly I didn't move to California for bodybuilding. Let's see here. Can you tell? What? Yeah, I'm not sure. What do you mean by that? Can I tell? Can you tell? Is 12 to 16 sets a major and 9 sets secondary too much volume at once per week? I don't think that's, I think you can make that work. You know, when people ask me about volume, and again, if you're new to this, I don't, I have a lot of men who are in their 50s, they're very smart, very accomplished, maybe just not in this fitness world. So sometimes I go back and you talk about volume. What exactly does that mean? That means during a workout, how long are you there? Is it a 45-minute workout? Is it a 2-hour workout? How many body parts change? Chest and triceps, chest and back. How many body parts do you train in that 45 minutes, 2-hour workout? How many exercises do you do for chest? Do you do 3 exercises like bench press, incline bench press, and decline bench press? Or do you 5 or 6 exercises for chest? How many body parts do you train again? And then what exercise do you do for the second body part, right? And so you do all those exercises. How many sets? Is it 2 sets of each? You do 5 sets of each, 5 times 3 exercises, 5 times 5 exercises, right? Do you do warm-up sets for every exercise and then do your 5, right? So and then how often do you train that, right? So just say I said that back and triceps or chest and triceps. Do you do that just once a week? Like gentleman 8509 does? Or do that twice a week? The younger guys might even do that 3 times a week. A lot of sets, a lot of reps, a lot of exercise, a lot of time in the gym, volume of exercise, right? And the thing about, volume that is so important, I can say, do this many sets, this many reps. If you guys want a 3-day workout routine, because that fits best with your schedule, if you want a 4-day workout routine, if you want a 5-day workout routine, just text me. At TikTok, the number's on the screen. You guys can find it. It's all over my website. It's all over YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Text me. I'll send you a workout routine. Maybe that'll validate what you're doing. That'll give you more certainty with your workout routine. Validate what you're doing again. Make you more confident what you're doing. But let me just tell you guys, it's not the workout routine. You see the younger guys and the experts, arguing is push-pull legs. That's superior to a burrow split, 1 body part a week, right? And they're talking about optimal, right? I don't know where they come up with these studies. They seem to be very confident with their science, but really the magic isn't the workout routine. You got to pick out a workout routine that fits your schedule. If you love training, you got plenty of time to devote to it. Hour, whatever time you want to spend, however many days a week, right? You can do all the sets and reps you want to do. Pete, hello, hello, hello. Great having you here, Pete. Right? You can fill it all up, that workout routine. The magic is in the workout routine. The magic is your understanding of muscle overload, what weight training is about. Do you move from set to set to set and just do lighter weight and do like 15 reps and then you stack and then you do a couple exercises, a lot of movement? I mean, it feels like it's athletic type of training. That's a type of training that may feel good. You are busy, but is that what it takes to build muscle? Overload is what it takes to build muscle, right? So, I can give the same workout routine to two men. You notice how if someone gives you a workout routine, they don't tell you how much weight to put on, right? We talk loosely about form, feel, execution, mind, muscle connection, right? But it's reps and it's weight and then how it feels at the end of the set. Did you really push yourself? Right? You can see guys in there. They're there every single day in the gym. They're working hard. They have their routine. But you're looking at the weight they're lifting, and he's lifting a 30-pound dumbbell. I do 60 pounds. He probably could do 60 pounds. You see when he sets it down, he's nice form with his 30 pounds, sets it down at 10 reps, right? I mean, he does that consistently. I mean, it isn't like that's not doing anything, right? But some guys, and they're not competing, they're not comparing, but they just have a different makeup. While he's lifting 30 pounds, they picked up 60 pounds, and they do it just as safely with great form. They're not, almost ripping their arms off with the ego lifting, and they'll get one or two more reps. That's mental toughness. I tell you, if you guys know me, I mean, I've been a student of personal development since I was dragged to a Zig Ziglar seminar when I was 21 years old. It just took me on this just amazing journey of the power of your mind and, and dealing with life challenges and taking to the next level. Very thankful for that obsession with personal development to become a six-time national champion drug-free bodybuilder. The lifestyle that it took, the constant dieting, I mean, very, very grateful. I see it all the time with my kids in sports. Their personal journey, but also I evaluate the kids. I mean, some people just have, this certain just edge to them, this aggressiveness, right? Those mental factors show up in the gym. So I can give you a training routine, but how you attack it, how you understand it is going to be different. And that's going to determine your volume, right? Because I'm not there. I can't tell you to safely lift 60 pounds while you're lifting 30 pounds, right? What's safe? Man, you got to make those decisions yourself. I don't do the exercise for you. I'm not concentrating for you, right? And I'm not there to see if you can get that one or two more sets when you feel like giving up, when you feel like playing it safe. So that's going to determine the volume, the intensity, your productivity, intensity. And with my coaching clients, I have this way of hypnotizing them into understanding what it takes, what it feels like. And once they feel it, they'll realize, wow, I have men all the time, 50, 60 years old, been training for a long time. And once they understand, again, they're great at what they do. Business, families, I mean, they have lives that I would totally admire, right? But, it's just that they haven't broken it down. But once you feel it, man, you're never going back, right? And I get them to feel that. And that's going to determine how much volume you need more than anything else. But if you guys want a workout routine, text me. I'll give you a workout routine. Let's see here. Tell us what your diet consists of, please. Okay, when I do this, one thing is that I pride myself on being a teacher, right? I've done this for 37 years. I built my first internet website way back in 1994 when it wasn't so easy. Like right now, this is kind of cool. Kind of the first time I've done this, but here I am in my home office. Just woke up out of bed, just right down the hall, right? I turn on, I've got 4 cameras right now, broadcasting all over the world. It's really easy to share my passion and knowledge with you now, right? But I was doing this since 1994, where it was you kind of have to know a little code. You have to be determined. It wasn't so easy, right? So I've been doing this for a long time. I've gone beyond telling you, hey, this is what I do. Because if I told you what I eat, you might think, wow, there must be something magical in that scrambled eggs and avocado that he has for breakfast all the time. There's nothing magical about it, all right? So instead of telling you what I do, I think it's important to tell you the organizing principles of what you need to do, right? And then use my experience to tell you, look, I can't climb into your mind. I know you think you kind of know this, but even men who are smart, who look pretty good, who don't quite know it, these are the traps that they fall into, right? So the first thing is thinking that there are special foods. I mean, you can put a healthy diet, and plug it on the internet. If you go to skiplacour.com/diet, skiplacour.com, that'll tell you my current eating, right? But there's nothing special, about my diet. It's one thing is that here's where you guys miss, and I'll tell you it right now, and just something about this that people don't get, doesn't, it's like, my 10, almost 11-year-old son. He's a really confident kid, and that confidence and that boldness has served him very well. He's a straight A's in school. He was player of the year, quarterback in his tackle football league. He's killing it in basketball. He plays 4 sports, whatever, right? It served him well. But man, there's things I tell him from my 63 years of life, going through the journey, and he'll just say, doesn't make sense to me, right? With utmost confidence, all right? So I admire that, but he's blocking himself from things. No, this is the way it works. And my job is to prepare him for life. It's to help him avoid pain. And so it's all my personal development that I do for myself, for coaching, right, that you see that are woven into all my videos and all my articles. But one thing as I do, I try to future pace him that if you don't do this, and that's where I become a master storyteller and reframing, you're going to experience this pain, right? We don't do things unless we can really feel the pleasure of getting it done, or the pain if we don't do it, getting it done, right? So I say that is I understand we as human beings doing this for 37 and helping out thousands of people. When I tell you, you got to know how many calories that you eat. I can tell you right now, guys, and I know exactly why, 89% of you would just skip right by what I said. Well, no, I got it down, I don't count calories. And, this fitness influencer says counting calories is stupid. He told me about this and that. But think about that. Your body, your situation, whatever that number is, right? I always hear that everybody's different. Okay, everybody's different. But there is a right amount of calories for you to train, eat, build muscle, live a life, quality of life, sleep, eat, have energy. There is an optimal amount of calories that you need. It's not just the foods, right? All your clean foods, special foods, right? Is there a big pile? Is it a little pile? Is it something in between? There is a right amount. Are you going to go on the journey to find that right amount? And then as far as, the macronutrients, that's where people, macros and this and that, they think it's like a combination, like it has to be exact. When they see themselves in the mirror and they're 23% body fat, well, that's because my macros aren't off or something like that. That's not it, all right? Hey, Nick James, thank you for the follow. Randy, or Ray D, thank you for the follow. Guys, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you go to my playlist, 30 Lessons in 30 Days. That's a master class for you, absolutely free, right here on TikTok. Playlist, right above my 3 columns of videos, 30 lessons in 30 days, 4 to 6 minutes at a time. I break this all down for you. I break it all down, from the workouts to the eating, how to build muscle, how to lose body fat, how to build muscle and lose body fat at the same time. Supplements, how to keep your testosterones at their highest naturally. Systems, strategies, mindset, they're all there. 30 lessons in 30 days. And if you go to my website, skiplacour.com/lessons, right, you can see all those there. But I have them all over my Facebook pages, right? My joints don't hold up anymore with heavy weights. So here's my question, 8095. How are your joints? So I'm assuming that you do lighter weights, right? How are your joints right now? Are they fine? You have no pain in your joints? I made great gains in just 2 years, but believe mostly from muscle memory foundation from 20 to 30 years ago. Well, muscle memory is a thing. No doubt about that. I'm emphasizing recovery at 59. Was running into signs of overtraining with a bit too much intensity. Techniques have recently adjusted. I lift pretty intensely with overload. Okay. Mr. Juice Man. Is that me? Am I Mr. Juice Man? Lenny Miller? Any advice on test 500 at 17? Keep working out, eating right. That's my advice. Learn the process. Enjoy your life. Grow, learn. Don't take any type of setbacks as learning lessons. You're going to make a lot of mistakes in life. That's some lessons that I have for you, 17 years old, whether your testosterone levels are 500 or 5,000. How would a 17-year-old know his testosterone levels are 500? How do you go about that? How many days of rest between each muscle group? Well, that really depends on your goals, how much time you have to devote, and the level of intensity you're training. And it doesn't mean you're working hard. All right, we all work hard. A marathon runner works hard. A middle distance runner works hard. A sprinter works hard. But they all approach, how they've structured their workout, their race, they're differently. So if you train for 2 hours, you have it set up that your workout, you believe it's going to take you 2 hours. You're going to train at a certain level of intensity. If you believe you can get it done in 45 minutes, let it train that body part once a week, train 4 or 5 days a week, then you're going to train on a whole different level of intensity for it to work, right? You can't just take, a 2-hour, train the body part twice a week, 25 sets per body part. You can't take what it took you to get through that and then just do less. You'll find out when you do less, wow, I have one more rep inside of me. I can do 5 more pounds, right? So really it's what you believe, the framing that you set up, and then instilling the intensity to make it work behind it. Yes, I am natural. If you're new here on TikTok, my name is LaCour. Been doing this for 37 years. I'm a former 6-time national champion drug-free bodybuilder. Let me put a picture on the screen here on TikTok. So that's me. I retired from competitive bodybuilding 22 years ago, right? So that's me, about 41 years old. Did it obsessed from the ages of 28 to 41. All right, 63 years old now. The last 10 years, I can help anybody. I wrote my first book on bodybuilding training back in 1995. Sold my first VHS tape around the world of training back in 1999. Wrote my first article for the Muscle magazines, if you remember those things, back in 1994. All right, launched my first internet website in 1994. Did a lot of things going in 1994, 1995, right? So that's a little bit about me. I'm 63 years old now. Not on TRT, not on any peptides either. All right, so TikTok, man, kind of feel sorry for you guys. You guys are just bombarded with information, and most of the information is how to do peptides and how to do TRT when you're older. So I don't have any information for you there. Spent zero time learning about that. Now, as far as TRT, I have a lot of clients who are on TRT. I can share their anecdotal experiences. Probably it's not as heralded as you might hear on TikTok, but remember, they're selling you something. Either they're your TRT doctor, source, they get a referral, or I don't know, they teach you how to train because you're a TRT brother like them, right? So I can't help you with that. Spend zero time learning about all the drugs and their magical combinations and dosages and cycles and what you do when part of your body is being ill affected by one other drug, how to take it up. Don't know anything about that. The good thing on TikTok, all you need to do is a couple scrolls and you're going to find your drug guru there to help you. All right. Let's see. So George says, how many days of rest between sets? Hypertrophy is a goal to failure every set in about 7-8 sets per session for muscle growth. That will work. So, really, everybody, like I said, works hard. Everybody works hard. All right. Intensity, though, just think about it. When you first started training, man, you were working hard. You said, man, I'm training with intensity. But little by little, when you train, you break another benchmark. And I'm not talking PR records in the gym, but man, you kind of get this a little bit more mentally. And so you're training harder. You got a feel and a flow. And little by little, you can lift more weight with better form. You're on your path to mastery. And then you look back when you first started. Sure, you worked hard. Sure, you wanted it badly. All right, you had the right attitude, but you're training with a lot more intensity and intelligence than when you first started, right? So when you talk about these training routines, really, I can tell you how to format them. I can tell you, how you should work it and think about it. And then you have to really experiment. So if you have higher volume and someone caught your attention that they do lower volume training, and I know you might look at it, you might say, that's not for me. That's not enough. I know my body. You know what I mean? I can understand that. You coming to that conclusion. But really, you don't know because you really haven't tried it. You haven't applied yourself. You haven't, in the best conditions, say, I'm going to give this the best shot to see if it's going to work. You just kind of look at it. You kind of know your training doesn't make sense, and that's fine. But really, if you really want to be a master of that, you should, if you're a higher volume training or whatever, and you're wondering, the best thing to do is totally commit to it, at least for a month. You might surprise yourself. The reason why, I trained just like everybody else my first, 4 or 5 years. But I was fortunate enough because of being aggressive and looking for the information. I loved it. I just wanted to master it. I ran into, a guy who was really into low volume one body part training. This is before people started calling it a bro split. This is before it became really popular, right? And again, I just wanted to be the best. And I just said, hey, I'll try it. And I did try it. And then, I got the most out of it. You might know if you know my videos, what I preach. But I really tried it. I got 55-year-old guys saying, oh, that's not enough volume or this or that or anything, right? But they never really tried it. But that's fine. Look, if you look the way you want to look, if you feel the way, if your journey is working for you, I'm happy for you. There's a lot more important things in life than having the optimal training technique. If it works for you, great. If you're healthy and fit, that's awesome. If you love going to the gym and you have enough certainty to keep on going, man, you're way ahead of most. Stay safe, have fun, enjoy your life journey. You don't need to get into a bait or anybody's approval. If it works for you, great. Are peptides safe? I would never put peptides in my body. That's my opinion. Does rep range plays a role in hypertrophy? If I train every set to failure, am I covered? Yes, you are. Right? Yes, you are. So, that's a good question, right? So he hears, is it 8 to 10 reps? Is it 4 to 6 reps? Is it 6 to 8 reps? It's not the amount of reps, right? If I use lighter weight, I can do more reps, but it's got to feel heavy at the end. If I use fewer reps, you better get heavier weight, and it's got to feel heavy at the end. Right? I am natty. Have been my whole life. And I've been doing this for 37 years. You're welcome, George. You guys check out my playlist, 30 Lessons in 30 Days. And if you're on go to my skiplacour.com website, skiplacour.com/lessons. All right. All right, guys. Hey, I will be back on throughout the day. This worked out well. A lot of people watching on, more people on YouTube, good people, used to coming on here on TikTok. And I'm glad I did this here on Instagram too. Hey, go to talkwithskip.com. All right. So hold on a second. I'm going to record this for our public service announcement. All right. Get a little recording of this. So thank you for joining me today on my live. Look for me every single morning, 7 days a week, 3 a.m. Pacific time, where I am, 6 a.m. Eastern time, and your time around the world. Talk about fitness when you're doing your workout, maybe your morning walk, your cardio, getting ready for work, on your drive to work. Let's talk fitness. We become what we think about most. I want to answer your questions here. I want to alert you to my skiplacour.com website, my playlist, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Do it live this time every single morning. All right, so we had a great session here, a lot of great questions. Hey, if you are the type of guy who, when I say does what it takes to get what he wants, you've done that in all areas of your life. Fitness may be a little bit newer to you now that you're a little bit older, right? Maybe you haven't been training for 25 years. Maybe it's 25 months, maybe even 25 weeks, maybe even 25 days. You are welcome here. I give you simple and effective organizing principles of success and more certainty and confidence in the gym and with your eating habits, so you can build more muscle, lose body fat, and again, the effective, efficient, elegant use of your willpower, focus, energy, and time that my 37 years of training and helping out men who are just like you. Right? But if you want some direct attention, I've got 2 things to show me your level of commitment. Go to talkwithskip.com. Talkwithskip.com. Fill out that questionnaire. Fill it out thoroughly. A lot of men will say, wow, I've got a clear understanding of where I am now, where I want to go, just because I answered the question. Again, this is what I do to help out men all over the world, and I have for years. Fill out the questionnaire, then there's a phone number there. Text me a picture. Whatever you feel comfortable with is fine. You don't have to take off your shirt if you don't feel comfortable. I can tell a lot even through your shirt. All right, so fill out that questionnaire. Text me a picture. If you do those 2 things, that puts you in an elite group. So if you think I'm just bombarded with men just wanting to waste my time, I'm not. They respect my time. They respect their time too. So I want you to take advantage of that. I'll look it over. There's no sense of you trying to do this yourself, right? This is just new to you. It's not new to me. I want to end your frustration, confusion, and overwhelm. Thank you so much for being on my live broadcast today. Join me every single morning. Watch my videos on my website, my podcast. Right, I've got a lot of information in a lot of different formats for you to understand that this is a learning channel. All right, if you want to build muscle, lose body fat, in the most effective and efficient use of time. But again, if you're the type of man who does what it takes to get what he wants, reach out to me, Fill out that questionnaire at talkwithskip.com. Text me a picture and I will reach out to you. I reach out to 100% of the men who take the time to do that. So let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. We have to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Have a great day. All right, guys, got to jump on a call here. Thank you so much for being here. Watch me throughout the day and then join me live. All right, take care. Ending on TikTok, ending on Instagram, ending on YouTube.